they will have the ability, Jerry, they will have the ability to,
The yellow of the set.
to access that, live.
But my concern is, will, if the police have a password, they can access this anytime they want,
Correct.
which I don't know if that's appropriate. In other words,
I don't have any problem with it, it's just, it's not in the policy.
no, but in other words, the police can be tapping into this, if there's just a camera in the lobby. We're saying it's okay for the police to be sitting there and watching it?
I don't see why not.
If there's no suspicious activity
It's a
or?
public area, the expectation of privacy is extremely diminished, and if it's not a big issue.
There is no
those public
expectation
areas.
of privacy in a lobby.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it, it's just, it
I know,
doesn't
but
say
it
that.
needs to say that, so
Doesn't say
people
that.
know
Yeah,
that it goes
May want to
beyond.
include that down in that next to last paragraph of the first page.
Right, I mean, that needs to be clear that
Just
the
so
police
people
have
know.
access to this,
Yeah.
right.
But I really don't, I'm not concerned.
As long as people know.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, we
So
have-
do we want to wait until it's amended to include a reference?
Well, this is the first reading, there'll be a second
Okay.
reading, and I also have this passing through legal.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a mo, I hope you two are gonna make it through the meeting over here.
Well, we
Yes.
turn soon.
We're
Vote
adjourned, right?
messages,
So
anybody?
we have a motion and a second to approve the first reading of the use of surveillance cameras on school property. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. All right, next we have the approval of the special education 504 plan manual. It also includes English language learners manual. David?
To approve.
Sorry. I'll pass them around.
I've already
Oh,
read
my
it.
goodness.
Well, I read this.
I included in the packet
That's
just
a little-
two things. One, the table of contents. This is a lot of work by Christine Tanju getting ready for the compliance audit in special education 504, which is really part of the audit. And that's one of the manuals. And the second one is on English language learners. I did include in the material a little more detail on the English language learners because
Right.
this is a new area that I think if you had a chance to read it, you can see the level of detail that we're expected to be in compliance
Right.
with.
Just to point out to the, if anybody's watching or to the press, is just the English language learners alone is, we have 15 pages alone just for the requirements that we have to meet for English language learners. So that gives you an indication of what we're gonna be going through with the audit, the compliance audit that's,
This whole picture's-
right, in fact, this whole book is the English language learners. So it's probably in the hundreds of pages when you look at the whole thing.
Between the two of us.
Right, between the two of them, we're talking 300 or 400 pages. So we essentially have to,
It's just that there's really nothing on the special ed, we haven't added anything. These are our practices and our
Right.
procedures, but they're included really for the first time together in a complete manual. Even with special education, the notification to parents of their rights and how all of this works.
Where are these manuals available?
They're publicly available, they're available in special education, each of the principals, each office has them, my office has them. We probably can have a copy made for the library if there was a place if they wanted to see
we
them.
put them on the website?
We could
That would be
eventually,
a nice
yes.
I
thing
think
to
that
do.
would make
And it would also be
a lot of
easier to
sense.
keep it up to date.
Yep, sure.
So can I have a motion for approval?
Jerry already made it.
Okay, we have a
Oh,
motion.
he did.
Motion by Mr. Venezia to approve the special education and the
Second.
504 manual, English language learner manual. Second by Mr. Derby. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, next we have preparation for town meeting, which I believe we've pretty much gone over. we need to be there at 6 o'clock, right? Correct, David?
Well, we'll have a meeting at 6 o'clock.
Right, at 6 in the library.
Town meeting begins at 7.
Right. Other than the budget, we don't have any other items on the agenda, correct?
No,
On the warrant. We don't have any, so that's the only thing that we'll have to speak to,
right.
the 7th, April 7th.
I do want to, just sort of a public announcement, one of the parents, Mrs. Barbara Thorstad, has been very helpful in a lot of work to put together and provide a child care program at the high school.
Right.
The nights of town meeting.
Wonderful.
She has worked with the high school principal and I believe the student council or one of the student groups will be providing support. So by working with the high school, this would be basically a school-sponsored activity, but it'll be through volunteer efforts on the part of parents to provide this service. So they'll be announcing the details of that and just the locations and how you register your child and so forth. So thank you to Mrs. Thorstad and all the other parents who have worked to make this a reality.
Town meeting may end up setting up an overflow room in the main
Overflow,
cafeteria,
yeah.
so we probably want to.
No, we're definitely set, that will be set up.
And we've
Great.
basically gone over all our positions, and we'll have our meeting at 6 o'clock in the library. We have a finance planning team meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, so we'll have more information at our 6 o'clock meeting before the town meeting, for if we have to take any votes, before we go to town meeting. Okay. Bills and payrolls are signed, I believe.
Steve has them, I
Yes.
think that's it.
Minutes, we only have one set, which is the
One
No, we have
regular,
two.
one regular and one executive session, right, on February 25th.
Move to approve the regular session as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Move to approve the executive session as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
See how fast it goes when they're right?
Yes, they were absolutely 100% right. It was excellent. There's no budget update. Staffing update, David?
Yes, we have, one of our staff members has been out on leave this year, and she has submitted a letter of intent to resign. This is Catherine Nafsher, she's a reading teacher here at the middle school. Circumstances have just changed and she's not going to return.
Bids and donations, there are none, I believe. Subcommittee reports. I think we have a brief one, oh no, we did the athletic subcommittee the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything?
Nope.
Nope. No update on strategic planning benchmark. David, anything on administrative reports?
No.
And correspondence? No.
Yeah, it's the athletic schedule, most of the afternoon games start at 3:45.
Yes.
Otherwise, if
So
you
be
start
it.
at 4:15.
That's right.
Well, 3:45 is actually an hour and 45 minutes after the end
Right.
of the school day.
They do that in early
It's a
fall,
long
too.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what, I don't think the buses are allowed to take off right
They can't.
when school leave, it gets out at 2.
Oh, I'm sure they're
Has to
not,
be
but
half an hour.
how far do they have to go?
Well, if they
Some
go
of
to
them.
Newburyport, it's
Yeah.
a 40-minute ride.
Newburyport, Rockport,
Oh, Rockport,
Manchester, Essex.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long is the drive?
Probably
Is it
half
more
an
than
hour.
40 minutes?
It's 35, 40 minutes, yeah.
Maybe as much as
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then leave some time when they get there to warm up,
Right.
and all.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously, they're not leaving at the stroke of 2.
No,
No.
They
Are
can't.
yeah, no. I think they leave at
It's that
2:30.
one, yeah, I think there's some rule in the
Extra help and stuff
MIAA
like
about
that, right, yeah.
half-hour leeway for kids to get extra help,
Yeah.
get their act together.
Yeah,
Before getting on a bus.
so this time.
That's an interesting item. If we had a later starting time, could we get the MIAA to agree to a half hour before school started for that?
Well,
If enough school districts.
Extra help
for the
for-
school, for the kids.
That half-hour wait time, hey, if enough districts in the league were considering the later start time, they might.
All those things that you
Right.
have to
That's an
surface,
AD
find
issue,
them, and
yeah.
then solve them.
Yep,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay, just quickly, we mentioned April 7th is the town meeting. We'll be meeting at 6 before the town meeting. The 10th will be the second night of town meeting if required. I'm guessing it will be, but we'll see. And then April 14th and April 28th are our next regular meetings. At this point, we have a need for an executive session for the purposes of discussing collective bargaining and litigation, and we will return to open session for the purpose of adjournment. Could I have a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Davis, seconded by Mrs. Baca. Mrs. Davis?
Aye.
Mr. Jervy?
Aye.
Mr. Venezia?
Aye.
Mrs. Baca?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you.